Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. And so, before I get into the subject about the iPhone 16 not making its sales that people projected it to be, I just wonder if you guys could do me a solid and smash the like button because it does help out my video. So, I really would appreciate that. And if you're somebody who's been interested in Helium Mobile, but you're not sure how it's going to work out for you, you can take advantage with my code in the description and as well on the screen here. That code will help you get your first month for free. So that way you can try them out risk free, see if it works out for you. And on that note, let's get into the subject of the iPhone 16 and people saying that it's not making its projected sales. And so it's a bit weird for people out there because every year you always hear about people saying that they're going to upgrade to the iPhone 16, right? It's always been posted on social media. Some people would question them, like, why are you just blindly upgrading to the next device? It's because it is the next device, and people would be honest and be like, yeah, it's the latest one. I got to have the latest one type of thing. But that's not happening now with the iPhone 16. And some people are even going as far as to say that the iPhone 16 is such a bad phone. But I would disagree, even though I am a Pixel fan. I would disagree with that statement. And here's the reason why. If the iPhone 16 was such a bad phone, or the iPhone 16 Pros were such a bad phone, you would see a mass return, which is not what's being talked about with various different publications about mobile technology that are bringing this to the attention of a lot of people out there. They're just literally talking about that, there's people that's not upgrading, they're not buying the new iPhone. And that doesn't say that there's a mass return, that there's lines in front of the Apple store with people ready to hand back their iPhone 16 because they're just not satisfied with it. There may be one, two, or 300 people that will, maybe 3,000 people that will be doing that or have done it. Okay, so I'm not saying that nobody returned the iPhone 16, but what I'm saying is that there's not like what you would consider a mass exodus of iPhone 16s. It's not a lot of people that's going in to return it. So that's the first thing that I would look for when I see people saying, "Yeah, the iPhone 16 is so bad that you know what that they're not upgrading to it. They're not upgrading to it. It's a terrible phone." Like, okay, well, let me look at the numbers and see how many people have bought it and how many people have returned it. That's what I would look at. So, why aren't people taking into the iPhone 16? Like, that's the question because, like I said, we're used to seeing it on social media every year. New iPhone comes out, thousands of people on social media. I got the new iPhone and recording a 1 minute clip of them unboxing the phone. And right, there's even like YouTube channels that aren't specific about making, content daily or, you know, weekly or anything like that, that will post a video of them unboxing the new iPhone, right? It's an everyday person that got excited. They got the new iPhone, so they just want to share with the whole world, so they post it on YouTube. We're not even seeing a lot of those videos coming up. And again, like I said, there's variables to this. It's not that the iPhone 16 is a bad phone. And trust me, I'm a Pixel fan, so for me to say that is speaking volumes here. There's just a lot that's happened in the last, 5, 6, 7 years that has changed the way that, uh, we make purchases, right? There are some people, believe it or not, who won't go beyond the iPhone 13 because they still want to use physical SIM cards, and the 14 and up is reliant on eSIM only. So, like, if you want to use physical SIM, you can't put one in the iPhone 14 or the 15 or the 16. So, they'll stay on the iPhone 13. It's still supported. It's still going to be supported with the latest software updates. So, you can pretty much just stay where you are. I mean, that's why I'm with my iPhone 12. Still supported. Got iOS 18. Still supports physical SIM tray. I can put a data only SIM card inside of it from Google Fi and just use it with data. So it works out. So there's those. There's people that they don't make six figures every year and they're starting to really just kind of weigh out their options. Should they be spending money on the new iPhone 16 when they have a device that's still capable? Now, what would be considered a capable device? Well, the iPhone XS and XS Max on up are still capable devices, believe it or not. The iPhone XS and XS Max did get the latest software. I think that's its end of life support though, so iOS 18 will be where it stopped. Maybe, unless Apple surprises everyone and puts iOS 19 on the XS series, but to be quite honest with everybody, I don't see that happening. However, Somebody who's using the 10s Max could use their phone for another year before needing to upgrade. So that means that they would be looking at the iPhone 17 and maybe not even looking at the latest iPhone, because there's people who like have the iPhone 10s and next year they're going to upgrade, but maybe they won't upgrade to the iPhone 17. Maybe they'll upgrade to the iPhone 14 or maybe the iPhone 15, as people are really trying to save money. Lots of things out there are pretty expensive today, pretty hard, to get the things that you need. And so sometimes, you do have to just, dig deep and budget your finances, which is not a bad thing. Okay. There are other people out there who they don't see this because they're used to upgrading every year. Like those who are all over social media right now from Boost Mobile, that's like, I just got my new iPhone 16 because they're on the infinite access for iPhone plan. But remember, you're on a promotional plan from Dish that is giving you a new iPhone every year as long as the current one you have that you got from them is in great condition. And then you'll get the new one sent to you and you send the old one back to them. So you don't really get to keep the phone. Um, but again, you're not paying full price for the phone. So I mean, you really can't like put it out there and tell people it's that easy to get the iPhone 16 if you're not even paying full price for it. You can't stand there on your own 2 feet and tell people that it's so easy. Just go and get it. Spend your money on it because you didn't even spend yours. So I mean, those are the ones that I'm seeing that are like upgrading to the iPhone 16. Those that are like with the infinite access for iPhone plan on Boost Mobile. But for everyday people, they're not really pushing for it. They're either deciding to hold back, use their current phones a little bit longer. And the whole thing of AI, let's get this on the table right now. AI is awesome and it's cool. And nerds like myself and you, if you're a nerd, you obviously care about AI. You obviously know about what its capabilities are. But the non-nerds, non-techies, people that don't follow mobile tech as religiously as you and I do, that have, other things involved in their lives that they have their focus on, don't really care about AI. I mean, when AI was introduced and, the Pixel was, with Gemini and, Samsung Galaxy AI, and then you heard the whole thing of Apple Intelligence. Like, what did people do with AI when it was first introduced? Like, what was the deep core thing that people did? And if you search it online, you'll find out people just generated funny photos. A dog playing the saxophone, a cat doing your taxes, right? Memes. People built memes. That was like the biggest thing that people used AI for, was to build meme photos. It was like maybe a few people use the whole, I'm gonna use AI to structure my email to sound more professional. That was like once in a blue moon, you know. But most people used AI to create memes. And so trying to sell people with Apple Intelligence and all that stuff, especially when Apple Intelligence really wasn't even ready for prime time. I mean, that probably also hurt Apple. But not a lot of people were like heavily focused on AI, that AI had, it would be the thing to draw them in. They don't care. They don't care. As long as the phone takes photos, as long as you can record video, as long as you can get on Instagram, X, Threads, Blue Sky, as long as you could watch YouTube videos and TikTok and Clapper, as long as you can do those things, you can listen to music. That's what most just everyday smartphone users care about, doing those things. They don't give a flip about AI. So AI wouldn't be the hook, line, and sinker to reel them in. It's not even that for the Pixels, even though the Pixel 9 is doing pretty dang good and obviously, has a bright future with the Pixel 10 and going forward. I feel like that, you know, the Pixel 9 has found its footing. Look, at the end of the day, there are different reasons why the iPhone 16 is not getting those sales. But I will say to people, it's not a bad phone. It's just that people are a lot smarter now. They're not they're not doing this, I need relevance and validity, so I'm gonna get the latest phone so people can think I'm cool. No one cares anymore what other people think about them. And the last thing is that Apple can't even do what it did years ago that got them into some major trouble. This is when they were basically underclocking the performance of older iPhones, and then when they got caught doing it, they told everyone else because your battery can't handle it. which literally got them in a class action lawsuit and had a ton of people getting free battery swaps on their old iPhones in order to rectify Apple's sneakiness. So, yeah, gotta leave it to Apple. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed what I had to say in this video, smash the like button. Truly appreciate it. Thanks for checking it out. And again, take advantage of that promo if you're interested in Helium Mobile. It's in the description. Don't forget to use it. I'll talk to you on the next one. Law.